high above the world, where the air grows thin and light becomes soft and endless. Clouds drift like living islands. They do not hurry. They do not fall. They simply exist, floating between moments, and among them lives a girl. She climbs silver ladders that rise endlessly into the sky, each rung disappearing into mist. Her hands gather clouds the way others gather flowers. She shapes vapor into gardens, into glowing blossoms, into soft landscapes that breathe with the wind. Her world has no weight, no pressure. No resistance, only motion and light. She has never known what it means to be held down. Far below, where the sky feels distant and unreachable, stands a boy. The earth knows him well. Every step he takes presses deep into soil and stone. Grass bends beneath him. Wood splinters, concrete cracks. Gravity clings to him, stronger than it clings to anything else. He cannot run freely. He cannot jump lightly. He cannot even climb stairs without breaking what tries to lift him. He belongs completely to the ground. And yet, every day, he looks upward. He watches the clouds drift. He watches the sky move without effort. He watches a world that will never carry him. Not with envy, but with quiet wonder. Then one day, something impossible happens. A fragment of cloud falls. It drifts slowly downward, softer than breath, glowing faintly as if holding a memory of sunlight. It reaches him. He touches it carefully, afraid even the air around him might be too heavy. It does not break. It does not disappear. It rests in his hands. Above, she notices something missing. A gap in her floating garden. A silence where softness once lived. She looks down. Through endless layers of sky, she sees him, a figure standing alone, holding a piece of her world. For the first time, sky and earth recognize each other. She descends, slowly, carefully, through drifting vapor and thinning light. The air grows heavier around her. The wind changes. Movement feels slower, denser, unfamiliar. And then her feet touch the ground. It does not yield. It does not float. It holds. She feels something she has never felt before. Wait. When she sees the marks he leaves behind, she understands what that weight truly means. The ground does not simply support him. It claims him. He returns the fallen cloud gently, as if returning something sacred. And in that quiet exchange, something invisible begins to form. A question. A possibility. She shows him her ladders, shining paths into the sky. He tries to climb. The metal bends. The structure trembles. The earth cracks beneath the force pulling him downward. The sky remains unreachable, but she does not see failure. She sees balance. If he cannot rise, perhaps he can hold steady what floats too freely. She draws her idea into the soil, shapes, lines, connections. A floating garden anchored by weight strong, enough to resist the sky. He watches carefully. For the first time, his heaviness is not a burden. It is strength. They tie rope to iron. They lift it toward the clouds. Slowly, carefully, the sky responds. Her floating garden steadis. His weight holds it in place. Two worlds, finally connected. So they build more. Wood rises into the air. Rope stretches between sky and earth. A balloon fills with breath and light. Clouds gather around structure. And between lifting and holding, drifting and anchoring, something extraordinary is born. A houseboat, suspended between worlds. When he steps onto it, everything changes. For the first time in his life, the ground is not beneath him. The world shrinks below. Wind surrounds him. Clouds move beside him, not above him. He is no longer bound completely to earth. She watches him see what she has always known. He watches her world remain steady because of him. They drift through open sky. Through soft clouds, through changing light. Together they learn the language of balance. Night comes slowly. Stars appear one by one, filling the sky like scattered memories. Below them, the world fades into darkness. They sit quietly above everything. No words, only presence. For the first time, neither sky nor earth feels incomplete. But balance is never permanent. Before dawn, the wind changes. The balloon strains upward. Ropes pull tight. Clouds tear apart. Their floating garden begins to break. The sky wants to take everything. He feels the pull, stronger than gravity has ever felt before. And in that moment, he understands. Balance is not something you find once. It is something you choose, again and again. He releases one iron boot. Weight falls away, not enough to lose himself, but enough to save them. The structure steadis. Morning light spreads slowly across the sky. Clouds calm. Vapor forms. Her garden breathes again. He stands differently now, still grounded, but not trapped, still heavy, but not bound. They walk across the floating deck, freely. They look down at the world, without longing. They look up at the sky, without drifting away. Because now, they belong to both. The cloud garden blooms brighter than before. The houseboat moves forward, slowly, peacefully. Above them, endless sky. Below them, distant earth. Between them, perfect balance. They do not escape gravity. They do not abandon the sky. They live where both meet. And as their floating houseboat drifts toward the glowing horizon, sky and earth remain connected. Because one learned to hold, and one learned to release. And their journey continues beyond the clouds.